In this video, we'll walk through the entire Bluetooth connection menu on your new Pioneer in-dash receiver. Even though your particular in-dash receiver may be a 1-DIN model or a 2-DIN model and may or may not have a built-in CD player, the button operation in this demonstration is identical for the following Pioneer Audio in-dash receiver models: MVH-S320BT and 322BT, MVH-S420BT, MVH-S522BS, MVH-S620BS and 622BS, MVH-S720BHS, DEHS4200BT and 4220BT, DEHS5200BT, DEHS6200BS and 6220BS, DEHS7200BHS, FHS520BT, FHS720BS and 722BS. So before we get started here, it's important to note that I have a phone connected to the Pioneer in-dash receiver already. That's the Pixel 2 here, and I know it's connected because I can see the Bluetooth logo lit up right there on my display, and if I touch the telephone button, I can see that the Pixel 2 is the actively connected phone. So touching the telephone button with the in-dash receiver on or off gets you into that Bluetooth menu and exits out of the Bluetooth menu. We'll switch the in-dash receiver on to the radio for right now and touch the telephone here. And we see that the Pixel 2 is the actively connected device. Here I can see my recent phone calls, my missed calls, my dialed calls, my received calls, and back to my missed calls. If you want to see the list of any of those, just press in on the volume control and you can see the list. If the name of that person is in your phone book, the name will come up on the screen here, and if you don't have that name in the phone book, you'll get a phone number that shows up on your screen. Let's go back and we'll roll over to the next setting. Let's go back one more. There we go. From recents, we'll go over to the phone book. Now, if we transferred the phone book over to the in-dash receiver, your phone book information is available here, and you can dial a number from the phone book right here. We'll roll over to the next one here. If you want to call that person, press in on the volume control, confirm that that's the correct number, and press in on the volume control again to dial that number. Let's get back into that telephone menu. Here are the phone book presets, and I can preset any number that I want to into my radio station presets here, or my phone book presets when I'm on the Bluetooth source or the telephone source, like right now. So we'll just press in on the volume control, and I can choose any of 1 through 6 to call, and press confirm yes by pressing in on the volume control. So let's go back. Here is the auto answer setting. Right now you can see that auto answer is switched off. Press in on the volume control and the radio will automatically answer calls as they come in. For me personally, I like to check the caller ID or the name of the person that's calling before I answer, so I choose to set auto answer to off. But if you want a completely hands-free system, you can choose auto answer on. Let's roll over to the next setting, which is phone book invert. So what this does will change the names in your phone book from first name and last name to last name and first name. Now, depending on how you like to see those names on your phone, and depending on how your phone imported that data over to the in-dash receiver, you might want to invert the names. Let's roll over to the next setting here, which is our device list. And here we can see the list of devices that have been connected to this in-dash receiver. There's only been one phone connected to this receiver, and you can select that phone to make it the active phone whenever you want, because certainly more than one phone can be connected to the in-dash receiver at the same time. Let's go back and we'll roll over to the next setting. If the receiver becomes full and there's no additional room to pair new devices, you want to go in and delete a device. This is where you'll do that. Here, I could delete the Pixel 2 over here if I wanted to by selecting that and confirming, yes, I want to delete. I don't want to delete that device, so I'm going to go back. But if you need to delete a device out of the phone, you had a bunch of people in the car, they were all connected up to the in-dash receiver, you want to get rid of those phones, this is the way you do that. Let's roll over to the next setting, which is where we add a device. If you want to add a new device, you can just press in on the volume control, and the in-dash receiver will begin to search for devices. Remember, if you're trying to pair a device, bring up the Bluetooth screen on the phone so it's visible to the in-dash receiver. Let's roll over to the next setting, which is our device info about the in-dash receiver. This tells you the model number and the Bluetooth address of the in-dash receiver, so you can be sure you're connecting to the correct device. Let's go back and roll over to the next setting, which is back around to our recent calls. When you're done making your adjustments to the phone menu, you can hit the telephone button to escape.